easy skill to learn. I've been practicing it for many years.
NInjaNation, I fucking love you!
What is up, my ninjas in the building? What is going on? It's your favorite ninja, Sets BK1 from NInjaNation Gaming. We're back with another podcast. We have an amazing topic to talk about right now. For all you believers, non-believers, we covering all issues. You know I'm going to talk about them hard points. But first, let me say, shout out to everybody that's been supporting the channel. Shout out to everybody. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. It's an awesome day. We're going to start up with the podcast. I'm going to be playing with some of the sponsors, some of the subscribers later on. Shout out to all the ninjas who are in the pre-stream gang. You know, I photoshopped my face on Milo's face. I'm sorry, I had to freaking do it. You know, I thought it was a cool thing to do. But shout out to everybody in the building. We're going to get started. I got some awesome people inside the podcast with me today. Right now, we got my buddy Crash Power. He is the Origins master. If you guys ever completed Origins, you probably watched one of his tutorials. We got my ninja Skizzle in the building. We got Lunatic, who was first in the world for completing Revelations. And then we also got XPL Jesus up in the building. We're going to be talking about the possibility of DLC 5. Now, there have been a lot of stuff discovered about this. There's been Ascension files. There's tons of topics we're going to talk about and really get into whether or not it's a possibility. Now, you guys know me. I don't believe it, and I would love it. I would really love it, but I don't believe it. That's where I stood. And recently, some things have been coming to knowledge that it would make sense. So we got to talk about it. We got to lay it out. We got to involve the zombie community. We have to involve everybody in here to give us your opinions. And really, if we want it, we're going to push for it. Treyarch has been leaking some images on what's it called? Treyarch has been leaking images on Instagram and a couple of other things. So this is the thumbnail. This is the topic. This is what we're talking about. I'm going to jump into the Discord. We got Crash Power, Lunatic, Nelly's chilling in there too, Skizzle and XPL Jesus. Let me jump in there. Let me see what's up with them. What up, gang?
Hey.
Yo, what up?
Gang in the building. What up, Skizzle? What up, Crash? What up, Luna? Shout out to XPL.
About to shut the city down, baby. Boy.
Hey, everybody in the Ninja Nation, how y'all doing?
Chilling.
Oh, that was very professional. God damn.
Crash. All right, so we got topics to talk about. Now, Skizzle, I really want to start with you because you have this thing right here. Now,
yep, the picture that you see, the app
the picture that we're looking at right here. I kind of want everybody to really see this. If they can't see it, I want Skizzle to describe it to them. This is the computer images from Steam, and this contains all the kind of like information, kind of like a database for the updates and stuff like that, and what gets put into the game. And Skizzle came across this, so I'd like him to go in depth because you have the full screen picture. You can see the full screen image.
Yep. So you guys, just a little context for everybody. Like whenever Treyarch drops a DLC or something like that, they would always title with a number, and we wouldn't have a name. For example, the Rise and the Wrath, it would be like download app name or 10 something, just some numbers, and then later they will change to the name of the map, like the Rise and the Wrath. So we had Zetsubuna Shima started with 2 because it's DLC 2, Gorad Kirby DLC 3, DLC for Revelation, and now we have this unknown file, a mysterious app by the number, and it has numbers of 581450, and that number 5, it just got my PP go, you know what I'm saying? So, and it was added on January 13th, 2017. So just like less than 2 months ago. So I mean, if we speculate, like, why would they add something new in the files of Black Ops 3? Black Ops 3, normally it's done. They shouldn't be making content for it, but hey, Infinite Warfare isn't doing that hot, so they
gotta make their money somewhere else.
Let's talk about this before we get into Infinite Warfare, because that's a good point. But Do you think it could be a possibility of this being something like a new Newton's Cookbook? Because they've teased us with new content before, and then they gave us Newton's Cookbook, and it was like, yeah, we love it, but that's not what we wanted. We wanted the DLC.
I'll
You know
slit
what I mean?
my wrist if it's another Newton's Cookbook.
Yeah, like
My sense is
yo,
Crash. Can I interrupt for a second?
Sure,
yo,
Crash.
to be honest,
Guys, I really, honestly, I hate to be a jerk, but it's not, in my humble opinion, I believe that DLC 5 is a clickbait title and that we are going to get these zombie maps, but it will not be as a DLC for Black Ops 3. It'll be some type of separate purchase that we will have integrated microtransactions. But how are you going to combine things like the dolphin dive versus the slide dive, some of the gobble gums? You can't just blend everything like in Origins. How are you going to have Flopper and the gobble gum that replace Flopper? I'm not here to make a valid argument that it's not going to happen. I'm just saying they're going to do something special.
I could see them doing that. And like Skizzle was saying before, like what makes sense right now and what makes me kind of believe this, because I'm a big, I need solid proof. I really need solid proof. We kind of do, but we kind of don't. And I really need to know if there's a legitimacy to this. But certain things that have been happening recently, you know, like XPL put in chat, there's hints in the comic book. We found the mob loading screen. It's all hinting towards like some type of remake, and Infinity Ward doing so bad right now, it would make sense for Treyarch to come back. And I've said this before in a previous stream, just to throw us a bone and say, hey, have you missed us? And throw us like maybe a remastered map. So it kind of makes sense because we see the Ascension files. So.
But this isn't something that they just planned this year. Jason Blundell was interviewed by a YouTuber last year about binding things up. And I think he said in brackets. And how could they have known that Infinite Warfare sales and that their stock value would have dropped so much in the last few months of last year? I think they've planned to do something special. Oh no, I forgot my point. I'm sorry.
They could plan to do something special, but all this speculation is coming out of
Exactly. I don't want to get our hopes up like Revelation staffs. Every YouTuber did videos about Revelation staffs and what their opinion was. Yeah. And I did one too, but my opinion was it wasn't going to happen. But still, it's still bringing up hype for this topic. We got so excited about it, and then Revelations just really let us down.
Yeah,
you'll see the stats.
I didn't want to make
I think that the YouTube community could be part to blame for that. So I'm really cautious about raising false hope. Not that there's not going to be some new zombie remake, but there's not going to be a DLC 5.
I didn't even want to make a DLC 5 video. I see everybody's making them, and I'm a little critical towards them because I don't even believe it's a DLC 5. But everybody's been asking us since the podcasts have been doing so good, and everybody likes these open discussions. Talk about it. Let's get the opinions of everybody. So everybody's opinion is valid. And I don't believe it's going to happen, but I'm seeing certain evidence that leads me to start questioning my beliefs towards that. It leads me to start thinking, maybe I could, if I'm questioning maybe, then there's some solid proof there. There's something there. Maybe it's connecting the dots between Infinity Ward not meeting up to the standards of Activision. Activision, obviously owns whatever Treyarch does. People have said that they've been working on stuff for months. Queen speculated that they might be bringing in a grief mode or something like that. And it's all these different types of speculations, which is bringing these topics up. All the
Blundell
YouTubers
already said he will not
it.
add game modes unless it ties to the story.
Yeah, he implied he doesn't support grief at all, essentially, and ruled that one out.
But you were saying Glitching Queen said?
No, make that clear again. Say that again for him.
You were saying what Glitching Queen said about...
Queen speculated that there was going to be a grief mode, and there was evidence about that and stuff like that. But then we seen that interview saying that there was, but it didn't fit, and they didn't want to. If he wasn't comfortable with it, if he wasn't satisfied with it, he wouldn't put it in the game. It just wasn't working out the way they expected.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, it is exciting, and as much as the community, we are probably the most passionate video game fans about anything because
exactly.
the best game ever. Anyway, sorry.
The zombie
But
community is
anyone,
honestly
the fact that
so
the fact
heavily
is
involved.
that anyone that has the absolute 100% confirmed information from the company would have been forced to sign a legal document, a non-disclosure agreement, meaning if they revealed this to some random YouTuber, they would be exposing themselves to civil liability. They're going to lose their house for it. Now, not saying that people are lying. I'm just saying
But
that
how can you rely on the information
I
given
have
to you?
DM'd. I have one developer that is with Treyarch that I have been fortunate enough to DM once or twice, and I never ask about anything because it sucks. They always tease you more. But if you actually got a dev at Treyarch to tell you something like that, you keep your mouth shut. You wouldn't want to violate their trust as a YouTube creator. I mean, think about it. Well, I'm going to shut up and I want to hear what you all say, especially in the chat.
Skizzle and Lunatic. Let's talk to Luna for a second. What are your thoughts on this DLC 5? And what could you say if you could say something?
I would say expect something very big.
So you're a true believer in this.
Absolutely, 100%.
And man, like I wanna go like straight and just like cause fire up in here, but like all right, so the first thing you guys know the live stream that Treyarch did, and right after that we got the Newton's cookbook, and in that Jason specifically said some like I'm afraid I can't say this now, and he just like put that paper away and kind of look at us like, yo, something mad is coming.
So
right?
don't
they
let Blundell
obviously
mess with
want to
our heads
build up
again.
hype. They
And
want to
dude,
build
okay,
this
so
hype up.
hear me out. Blundell is the dude. He's the man that actually gave us the Morse code by blinking his freaking eyes in a trailer. Yo, isn't that crazy?
Speculation.
Yo, I freaking hate you, man. Like, you're such a mood killer, though. But okay, so we're getting.
I really
Ascension.
like that YouTuber's video. I love that video.
All right. So, the Ascension files. We've got Ascension files, Origins files, like all of those files before we got Revelation. All of us thought that we would get remaster maps. All right. But it turned out to be Revelation, but Revelation didn't had Ascension in it. And as we speak, we're getting more Ascension files added into Black Ops 3, knowing that Black Ops 3 is basically done. They should be focusing on Infinite Warfare, but we're still getting Ascension files. So we don't have Ascension in Black Ops 3. Why
but
are we getting that?
It could have been something like they decided not to put in and not make active. Don't you think that could be a possibility? To argue the Ascension files, you saw Ascension and Origins, but the only thing you saw in Revelations was Origins. So one of them was right. The other one maybe got tossed away, and maybe some code was left in.
Maybe Ascension was supposed to be in Origins, but they threw it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it could happen. Yeah, totally. But the fact is, we're still getting Ascension files is what kind of like bugging me. And
But Treyarch has been known to put fake things in to fool people that peek code when they're not. But it could be true.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean,
They did
like,
say they were putting a lot
people-
of stuff in the code to throw the data miners off and stuff like that. Like their skills are getting better in hiding things. So
Either
they do leave
this is,
breadcrumb trails that lead to nowhere.
Either this is going to be the same situation, like we have seen, like, you know, like people were asking a lot about Revelation 2nd ending cutscene, like Treyarch, where is it? And they dropped the file. Everybody just like, oh goddamn, it's here.
Complete fucking trolls.
Yeah, it was a troll. So I mean, Treyarch was they were very quick to kind of like give us an answer. They didn't say it like straight up, but they kind of teased us, and then we were freaking disappointed. So DLC 5, it's bigger than that. Like, a lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people are asking Treyarch, and a lot of people started to comment and ask about DLC 5 on Facebook, Treyarch's Facebook page, and Treyarch is kind of like replying, and just let me actually get this one right here. Now, somebody said we want DLC 5. Treyarch replied, a lot of people replied, but this was like the best reply in that thread, which was, and this is a quote, and I quote, from track. I'll be honest. This thread has gone in a direction that I didn't see it going. I'm surprised and impressed. I don't understand why would they say impressed there. Like they're like, I'll be honest, this thread has gone in a direction that could be, yeah, DLC 5. People are talking about it. We didn't see it going into DLC 5 direction. Hey, we're surprised that you guys have took this into DLC 5 direction and impressed. Like, why are they impressed? And they say,
Maybe they
bravo,
weren't real.
people.
Maybe they weren't really
Bravo.
convinced that it would do good. Maybe Revelations was a failure in all everybody's eyes. It was a failure.
Yeah, I'll
There-
agree with that. But that's because it was rushed, maybe for this reason.
It
Plus,
could be.
well, in all fairness, plus compared against final DLCs on past two versions, Black Ops,
You're cutting in and out.
Moon, and the
Yeah.
best map of all, Origins. But
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. We were let down
Let
significantly.
me say
Yeah.
this. Somebody mentioned in the chat, Eric. He said something about like it won't happen. Just go play custom games on PC, and that brings up a good point. They did make the custom mods, the new advanced custom mods, to carry on Black Ops 3. That was kind of the initial plan. With if you want new maps, there'll be custom maps and all this stuff, so there'll always be new content. It doesn't make sense to me if that was the original plan. Maybe they're letting that ride out, but why bring a DLC when you now have custom zombies? It's more advanced. Everybody is making a map now. All these maps have Easter eggs and stuff. It is kind of carrying on the Treyarch legacy. So that
Yeah,
was
but
supposed to
70% of the maps are fucking garbage. To
Yeah.
be
True,
completely
but it
honest.
just got
That's- I mean,
released.
it's
It'll just
PC.
got released. You know what I mean? There'll be
Oh,
some people
yeah.
who just say I can do this and throw up a garbage map, but we are getting some gold out of them too. You gotta dig in those community files and find who's really making a map. I've been talking
And-
to a developer for like 2 years who's been getting all the code ready and stuff, waiting for this moment. And he's been on his map. It's not released. He's making sure everything is perfect. And I told him,
The
make
thing
it like a
is-
DLC 5 because make it look like Treyarch made it. And that's what he's doing. He's really pulling some strings and pulling people together to help build this amazing map. And that's what they wanted.
Are
they
you
wanted
aware
ours
of
to
Sir
see our
Jamie's
imagination.
London map?
Yo, that map looks beast.
Yeah.
You know?
But
People are saying, Mad Gaz. I agree with Eric too. I don't think that they would now. But the fact is, everybody's under the belief that it is, and certain sources can't say something. Certain sources don't want to say something. We've all seen the Gaming Revolutions video. We've all seen tons of other people's DLC 5 videos. Everybody has their reasons for speculating. They make valid points, and they kind of can't say something when we need them to say something.
yeah,
Maybe
there's
it's
a lot of
because-
stuff that is hidden. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I'm sure everybody here watched the Gaming Revolution video. Like, he actually bring this up. He says that we're going to see Mob of the Dead remaster, but we're gonna play as Origins characters. And we recently got the loading screen, right? And in that we could see like our Origins characters entering in Mob of the Dead to collect like blood vials, right?
And
So I
then
mean,
it sets off the Zetsu
Wait. Can I interject for one moment?
Yeah.
Now, to be objective, the gaming revolution may be correct. I may have broke the story, but now don't get me wrong. We all have to clickbait. His track record of clickbait, even in his latest video about it, he says, this is not from the secret source I had for Gorod Krovi. This one's accurate. So even he admits sometimes he's not been right. I'm not saying anything negative about the young YouTuber. I'm just simply saying, well, shit. Don't quote him as the reliable source that it's absolute
Crash.
proof.
yo,
That
Crash,
source
we
from
had
Guard's
some.
got everything right. He's just saying this is an even more reliable person, but that source from Guard got everything right. That was a very good source.
Okay.
Saying you have
okay,
something
like-
from a secret source within the company is a
like I
video.
said before, people are convinced. Like you have an impression of Gaming Revolution. Even I think he's a little clickbaity sometimes. He does some reaches, you know.
He's gotten
but-
better.
But he's got some sources. He's gotten things right before. But the community looks at him like, if you see most of his comments, a lot of the people that are just new to him think it's clickbait, think it's this, think it's that. They don't know the history, so they're not going to do their due diligence and figure out that sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong. But maybe they gave him this information to leave it in unsure hands. Not to be like, oh, this guy is 100% completely right about this, but let the conversation sway and let them think, oh, it's clickbait, it's not clickbait, to be such more of a surprise when they actually do release it.
But if the company wanted to do that, why not put it in a significant media outlet that would get them, if they're wanting to raise a secret leak, put it through a significant media outlet of a YouTuber than us. How would they know that everybody would copy his video and quote him?
Look at the history of YouTube. Somebody has information, somebody goes and makes a video about it and fair use and says, I can't really play the video, but this is what they said. And they're going to spread the rumor because their channels will grow just providing the same information. It's called regurgitating content.
Yes.
Just because you have the shield upgrade doesn't mean that everybody else can show you a shield tutorial. Everybody else is going to have one too. They're going to want to show their subs too. So if they do that, then all of a sudden you have somebody that's just sitting there regurgitating something that they heard. It's the game Telephone. We're playing the game Telephone right here, and every time it gets passed down, something else changed. A detail changed here, a detail changed there. So if you don't have a reliable source, how can we really say it's going to be there?
I mean, like, the fact that the Treyarch answered us about the Revelation 2nd Easter egg not being there. They answered us by giving the Shadows of Evil intro, and like that's when we got our answer. But this time, the DLC 5 discussion is out there, and
the Revelation Easter egg is there. What do you mean?
No.
The discussion is out there. Yeah, the discussion is out there. If this was their plan, they got everybody talking about it. Everybody's making videos about it, gaining subs, gaining views.
Glitchy Queen, who backed up the gaming revolution, made a very good point in her video where she said that it's going to start with the Blundell maps, Mob of the Dead, just his and that forward, because it all started with Mob of the Dead, and that is the answer to the ending scene in Revelations. The way you have to prevent them from getting the blood vials, and then this loop ends. That's done by not killing Weasel. This is all planned out in advance by Blundell. I think she hit it on the nail. That if we get something, it'll be those Blundell maps.
So what you're saying is what? Mob of the Dead. Name a few things that you think we'll be seeing.
Mob Origins, obviously, those two.
Yeah.
All Black Ops 3 maps plus Origins.
Plus Origins. So you think that we're going to get a full remake of Origins, even though we've seen shades of Origins in Revelations?
If they don't remake Origins, that would be a very foolish mistake. It may not happen until next year, but I hope it happens this year. We're going to get that map. Well, I'm going to keep it short, but Activision is secretly holding off permission, in my assumption, to allow Xbox to make it backwards compatible because they are the content that they own the intellectual property, and that's their right to. Why would they do that? Because they have a vested interest in. You don't want to make it backwards compatible right now if you're getting ready to potentially release something DLC or standalone zombie product that has that map remastered.
Okay, let me dig deeper. Has a company done something like this where their season is over and they have come back and just surprised everybody with some brand new downloadable content? Has that ever happened?
Is at an all-time low. Something different. Starting last year with Sledgehammer, game for an additional year.
Wait, you're cutting in and out.
They're doing something different because the franchise is at an all-time low. Last year, it started with Advanced Warfare supporting Sledgehammer supporting that game an additional year with new stuff a year after the game was already out. It would be expected that they're going to try something new to bring the franchise back to its potential.
True.
Does that make sense?
Mr. T Lexify, when I watched his video about is zombies dead and stuff like that, he brought up a very good point. the peak interest was at Black Ops 2. We kind of lost a little interest at Black Ops 3, but it was still up there, up there. And then
Until Revelations.
when as soon as Revelations was over and it was all about Infinite Warfare, the slope, I mean the angle that this thing went down on the chart was just rock bottom. Nobody was interested in the zombie storyline. A lot of the stuff was like, and that's why the topic was zombies is dead. And
They
this and
won't
that.
even give it a chance, but they'll give, all of these the half-assed, half-made, broken custom maps. They like that more than Infinite Warfare Zombies, and that to me blows my fucking mind.
Well,
Yeah.
that's an example of Treyarch providing Black Ops 3 having any other.
Your mic is cutting.
Yeah,
I don't know
Yeah,
what's
your
going
mic
on
is
with your
cutting in
mic
and out.
crash. Yeah.
yeah.
They're trying all kinds of additional stuff in Black Ops 3 and providing more options in this version of Black Ops than they have in any of the previous releases that Treyarch has ever done, providing more features, more little extras. And the mod tools, what they took a year to come out, it's just another example of them adding replayability to their product. That's why it's still the most popular Call of Duty out today, even this far after new Call of Duties have come out.
I can attest to that. You're absolutely right. It's one of the best Call of Duties, and everybody's in love with it. Everybody loves what they've done with the game, and it would only be right. Like people are saying in chat, and guys, I am
didn't
paying
say it's the
attention
best
to you.
Call of Duty.
I am paying
they provide-
attention to you guys, but I'm looking, and you guys are making good points. Like you guys are saying in the chat, people would buy DLC no matter what. DLC 5, they don't care. They would just buy it instantly in a heartbeat, and so would I. So would I. And I'm just here to argue both sides of the conversation because I'm a disbeliever. I don't believe it will happen, but only because it makes so much sense that they would do it now. Because of
I
what's
know,
going
Seth,
on
but
with
I
Infinity
didn't say
Ward.
that Black Ops 3 was the best. I said it had the most options.
I think it's the
what do y'all
best. I
think in
think
chat?
everybody's really enjoyed it. Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 were one of the best, but everybody has their favorites. But on the peak interest charts, you can't argue the facts. When everybody's really Googling this stuff, when everybody's really interested in this, it was Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2. So if they release a DLC 5 and pull this never before done instant, like, hey, guess what? Did you miss us? Guess what? We got DLC 5. We might have DLC 6. Are we going to be arguing that fact if we do get a DLC 5? Because
Can
they
you
know the
argue the
pressure is
fact-
going to be up. If they pull something like this, everybody the next time, right after DLC 5 is done and everybody's bored of it, the question is, are they going to do it again? Are we going to get DLC 6? Do you think they
Let
would
me
put
answer your
themselves in
question.
that position?
How would you compare that argument to a hypothetical situation of a standalone zombie collection of all 8 maps redone in one disc for $60 at GameStop?
Maybe Revelations was the teaser.
Maybe
For what they
Revelations
would
was the
do.
teaser, and we're
it
going to
was
get a
good.
brand new standalone zombies game that we've been begging for since God knows how long.
Yo,
Yeah.
Revelation was done before Gorod came out. It's like
Half-assed and half done.
yeah. So I'm thinking that Revelation was definitely like a teaser to something possibly big coming to Black Ops 3 because they said it's not gonna be in 2018. It's only going to be this year because next year we're surely gonna start to see Treyarch teaser, and I'm super,
2018 is gonna be
Yeah,
what?
it's-
Black
What
Ops
makes
4.
us believe
Yeah,
that this is
Treyarch's
going to
here.
happen? Well, I remember talking in before chat. What makes us believe that this is going to happen in the release date times that we've been told? Because if it would make sense, you would think that they were going to drop it after Infinite Warfare DLC 4, but now
Yo, I like
I think they would do it right before 4, like in the midst of 3 and 4.
Yeah. I think they
between-
announced it in May, so at E3, and then they would. Usually, if something's announced at E3, it's not like something that's going to come out
Exactly,
immediately.
E3.
And if their goal is to make money, dude, that makes perfect sense that they announced at E3 because E3 is like the biggest gaming
And it's
panel
coming up.
show ever, right? Like, so they're gonna get attention, and hey, it's Treyarch, so like remember they just Instagram Dempsey building got everybody like excited and pumping,
Yeah.
yeah.
and they use their words very wisely when they say this. And earlier I have read you the comment that Treyarch replied to, and that alone is just like, call me crazy, but like um, I'm a DLC 5 believer, man. If you guys are a DLC 5 believer, one in the chat. If you're not, hey, two in the chat, and let's check that. Like,
Oh, we
man,
got it. We
like,
got it. Um. So yeah, they've
Hit
been
that
doing a
one or
lot of
two.
teasing and stuff, but it's not a guarantee. I've seen companies do this just to
Oh,
see
yeah.
where the market's at, just to see where the interest's at. And Genesis has made a good point. He's like, they're money whores. I don't mean any offense, but they got tons of freaking things that they put in there to get extra money. They won.
It would make
They
sense
set a
for them
world
to make
record
it.
for extra downloadable content sales. So they know they like their money. It would make perfect sense for them to just cash in on this.
Oh, definitely.
100%. It would make
Activision is
perfect sense. What were you
Yeah.
going to say?
Yeah, no, see, Activision is a publicly traded company, so
Okay.
it is literally illegal for the CEO of Activision not to put his best interest in making money for his financial backers.
The people
their
that make
whole
Call of
operation-
Duty, the developers that make Call of Duty are gamers that have
And there
your
goes
mic
great
is
Mike.
games.
flashing.
But the
Mhm.
publisher, upper management, the publishers of Activision, upper management, they're not gamers. They're businessmen, and their profession is to spend a lot of money to find ways to make even more money. That's what they do for a living. It's a business.
You're right.
Spend money to make money.
Alright.
But-
And okay,
What were you talking
yeah,
about
go
with the
for it.
shareholders, XBO?
So yeah, essentially, with them being businessmen and with Activision being a publicly traded company, it's nothing about customer satisfaction or gamer satisfaction or anything like that. The CEO is his job and any of his employees' jobs just to solely focus on making the most possible money
For the company to
investors.
benefit
for the
its shareholders and everybody that invested in the company.
Mhm.
They want to do good, so their
Yeah.
focus is money.
Yeah, that's
Never
why they
mind
care more
customer
about supply drop.
satisfaction. That
Yeah,
comes to an
exactly.
extent because they want to keep their customers satisfied, but money's on top of that. That's
money's on-
where it
and-
goes in the pyramid.
Yeah, that's where the supply drop system comes in as well, and yeah, that's essentially it. Micro DLC. That is right
Even
now
the
the best
YouTube's
way
so
for them.
good though.
It'd be stupid of Treyarch not to make a DLC 5, just in the fact that you do, even just selling it at like a $15,
It's not
own little
Treyarch's
thing.
decision. It's Activision's.
Okay,
Yeah.
Activision.
Activision would love to then. Like,
And
Do
if
you
that's
you
have
what
any
I'm
idea?
saying.
It'd be the most
Activision
bought
would make
DLC
money.
ever.
They would
Like-
make money, but they would be taking away from a game that they're already losing money on. Are they once they put this out? Do you think the interest is gonna be on Infinite Warfare?
Okay, my
No
question
hate,
would be.
but nobody's gonna be playing that if they put out a DLC 5 in the middle of that game.
There isn't enough
No
interest
one is
anyway.
playing that. No one is playing that. Well, you will.
I was
only-
arguing the same thing, and I feel like
People
that's
only
why they
play
stretched
during
out the Ghost
DLC
and
drop,
Skulls
that's
hunt.
it.
I was arguing
Like-
the same thing. Nobody wants to play the game, so let's give them an Easter egg that they want to chase around for a month, and nobody's gonna find it, and keep them playing.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
my
how many
view
more
is-
cards do they have up their sleeve?
Yeah. See, my
They
view.
learned that from Treyarch, though. Treyarch did that same shit.
You're right. Treyarch did that, but
See, the
we
thing
were
is,
just
Did what?
observant. With the jump scare in Zetsubo,
I think
they did the
Yeah.
same thing with the jump scare. They held it for Xbox. They can't legally say that they did, but they held it. Ain't nobody found it. We were all looking for it. The day it gets on Xbox, it's released. Come on. We're
Yeah,
not
same with
stupid.
the
We're
Ghost and Skulls
hunters. We
Easter
go
egg
out,
gets
we
sold.
figure shit out in 6 hours. What about all these little things that they just happen to have an update right before?
yeah.
It's not a
See,
coincidence.
for me as well.
It's a
one
strategy.
thing that
Go ahead,
Yeah.
XPO.
Yeah, one thing that hurts their game is the big content creators. Not gonna name names, but yeah, anyone you can think of, who you would consider a big content creator, so hundreds or thousands or millions of subscribers. They're not supporting this game or consistently outputting videos on this game. A lot of them are more interested in custom mech through Black Ops 3, and losing out on those content creators and losing out on potentially hundreds of thousands of interested players because these content creators really do advertise for them in the videos they make.
It's free
And
advertising.
These content creators, these content creators will play Black Ops 3 DLC 5. They know that.
Yeah.
Whereas they're not playing Infinite Warfare as well. So that's just another aspect of this game is so it's failing generally. Or although I like it, it's generally failing, and even the content creators are interested. So it will
It would
benefit
make
them
sense.
in that sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it would make sense in that sense to give us a DLC 5 so maybe Noah and all the big guys start actually playing the most recent game. You know what I mean? Like, they're not playing Infinite Warfare. If you look on their channels,
No,
like
no,
they're
no,
probably
no.
playing
Not
Infinite Warfare
playing,
right now.
selling copies
do-
of the game.
I'm saying they're
Yeah.
probably doing it now because we just found out about Ghost and Skulls. We just have this, so everybody wasn't hunting it, and now all of a sudden they got tutorials up, just like we said. Now all of a sudden everybody knows about Ghost and Skulls, so that's done with. I don't really see them doing any more in a week after this.
No.
In a
But
week
YouTube,
they'll be doing custom
Call of
maps
Duty
again.
used to be the #1 brand on YouTube, and they don't need these YouTube channels. Yes, they can track sales and whatnot, but zombie YouTubers will be lining up around the corner.
Yeah.
I mean, it's you can't say it's because they want to make the game so Noah would play it. No disrespect to Noah, but they want to alter things to generate additional sales.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You're right.
We
To a
want
bigger
That's
audience.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, let us know what you guys think in the chat. I really kind of want to get some people in the chat's opinions. So like, there's a couple of people who I just want to hear like random fans of it. Like what do you guys know? Does anybody have any good points they want to make? I've been paying attention to chat, but I want to give you guys an open discussion right now and see if anybody's points. Can you guys argue anybody's points in the chat?
Yeah, it's just like, public opinion and stuff like that. Anything you want us to discuss, we're very interested in that.
Pork Duck says, I like IW, but it doesn't compare to the bar that's set by Treyarch. That's public
Exactly,
knowledge. Everybody knows that. Like I said, DLC 5 will come out after the final DLC for IW. It would make sense.
Either
That would be rebundle.
or
After,
Yeah. between 3 and 4, or after DLC 4.
Let's talk about the comic. What do we know about the comic and what hints were leading in the comic? Thank you, Cody Z.
So there's
Yo,
loads of-
whatever.
That's the big-
Whatever Gaming Revolution said, that could be his theory, or he may have heard that. That's what he's claiming to say. Like he got 100% confirmation that we will get DLC 5, and he took down his video, kind of like privatized it. But what's bugging me is that why would he make his video public again? So that's one thing that is bugging me. But he said in that video, we're gonna play as Origins characters in Mob of the Dead and do an Easter egg where we collect blood vials, and
Okay.
that's what we saw in the comic recently. Over all 4 characters are entering Mob of the Dead, presumably from Zetsubo no Shima, and to basically collect blood vials of Mob of the Dead characters. So I mean, like,
So they have the storyline there. Now they just need the map.
Yeah, exactly. So the storyline is there, and this is all making sense that we're going to see that map, like Mob of the Dead in an alternative universe, or it's not gonna be alternative universe. No, it's might be there, but it's going to be like in middle of right after we finish Zetsubo no Shima, we're gonna go to Mob, and then we're gonna come back and go to Gorod. But of course, we have Gorod already, so that middle part is missing, and that's what we have seen in that comic, right? Just like
You're
2 days
seeing
ago.
so basically what you're seeing is the cutscene from Zetsubo no Shima. Remember when you go into the portals? Everybody already speculated that we went to Mob of the Dead. Everybody
Yeah, and
speculated that.
That's what
We're seeing in the comic right now. Is we're going to Mob
Yeah.
from Zetsubo, and then we wound up in Garage Crovy. You know what I mean? Like that was a different thing.
But we know the blood vials came from Mob of the Dead because the
Yeah.
prison numbers match their shirts from Mob of the Dead.
Yep.
Okay,
They
we
didn't
also
have the
on
vials until that
screen we
point.
have this loading screen from Mob of the Dead. This is a new loading screen, to my knowledge. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. From the
Yeah,
comic.
it's no.
And you can
Okay.
see those capsules as well, all for like
But
we've seen in the right side.
In Mob of the Dead, we see the prison numbers on the shirts in the intro of 2 of the prisoners, not Weasel, but 2 of the others. And then later in Black Ops 3, we see their prison numbers on the blood vials. That's when they got the blood vials. They had to have gone to Mob of Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do you remember like when Weasel say, Nikolai, why do I keep hearing this name? Now the theory for that is that when all 4 characters were about to kill Nikolai in Gorod Krovi, that's when he started to say Nikolai, because before that our characters have already took their blood vials without their consent, and after when he Weasel says Nikolai, that's when our offer characters were about to kill Nikolai in Gorod, and that's when we were doing an Easter egg in Mob. So there
But
were
did
like
you notice? Did you notice that the director's cut trailer for Gorod Krovi shows the older Nikolai killing the 1.0 crew, the original
Yeah.
characters that we end up killing?
that's
They showed the reverse before
yeah,
we.
yeah, yeah. And that's that to me seems like
Different
they have
universe theory.
Hold up,
they
Ninja.
retried, retried. Alternative universe, yeah, it could be that too. So
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
it does make
that
sense.
yeah, so I mean, it's mind boggling that like the moment that Weasel says Nikolai, why do I keep hearing this name? That's the moment when Nikolai was about to die in Gurat Kurovi, and
Yeah.
before that, our characters were present at Mob to grab the blood vials right after Zatsuno, and that portal opening we saw in Zatsuno, and now in the
What did
comics.
what did Richtofen say in the end cutscene of Zetsuo? He said we have to make a stop first, right?
Yeah.
We have to make a stop first. He thought we were gonna. Nikolai was next, and he said, no, we have to make a stop first. So they gave us the storyline out of order, like they always do, but they left that part out maybe for the DLC 5. They left that out to know that that's where we went when we had to make the stop in Zetsubo. It does make sense theory wise. Financially wise, yes, it does make sense that dropping this map would be absolutely beneficial to the Activision Corporation and Treyarch themselves and keep the zombie community alive. It would make total sense for that. But it would, like somebody said in chat, Perko said if they drop DLC before the next IW, it would be like shooting themselves in the foot. Nobody would play IW, and that makes another good point that they have to consider.
They will drop after
That is a point that would be brought up in a board meeting, and saying, listen, do we completely sacrifice this game? Or no, I don't see that happening, because they would cut their losses, or they would try to get as much as they can out of it to make up for their losses. So doing that would be suicide for one game that they spent tons of money on, lost tons of money on, and it's public knowledge. Do you think that they're going to completely cut their losses, take a chance, and just say, just drop the other DLCs and we'll drop this to make money in the meantime? I can see that.
Yeah, and I do not know, like the people are claiming that it's gonna release in April. And first they said that, because I watched the TGR video, and you guys have too, and there are a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes that some people cannot talk. So like we have already discussed that before, right? But we're not gonna go around that. But like the release date, it's kind of like it's hard to kind of say, like you could have counter arguments, and if you say, hey, we're gonna get DLC 5 in April, people could be like, then they
What
will
up, Ninja?
shoot themselves in the foot. Why would they do that? So I mean, yeah, release date is a hard topic. They could, from my understanding, and my personal theory would
The
be that
chicken upgrade.
they will release around June, July, or August time. I would say July or August. That's when I see them releasing.
So we're saying
And
this year, and they did say that they were going to be providing
it's gonna be this
content. As
year,
long as the consumers are enjoying it and playing their game, they'll keep providing us with content. And let me tell you, Black Ops 3 is doing better and good, because if you look on Infinite Warfare, if you look on YouTube Gaming, nobody...
Black Ops 3 is still doing better.
Black
than
Ops 3 is
Infinite
still up
Warfare,
there.
so what
Why
the
is
fuck?
everyone overlooking the strategy they used recently, which is a bundling of a remastered to generate additional sales for the launch of a new franchise? For example, they didn't do Ghost last year. They started something completely new, Infinite Warfare. They're not going to do Advanced Warfare this year. Sledgehammer's going to do something completely new. It's on the ground, hopefully. If it made them enough money, would they not consider that strategy of rebundling again? We get whatever we want in November.
But they're not the other companies that are suffering. Sledgehammer suffers, and so does Infinity Ward. Everybody loves Treyarch. They're the ones
Wasn't
that
it
they model
recent
zombies
this year?
on.
I'm talking about bundling with the new Sledgehammer title, since it's a new franchise for Sledgehammer.
So you're
DLC.
thinking, oh, thank you for the donation. You're thinking that we're gonna get like, let's say the new
Modern Warfare.
Sledgehammer game
Remastered
coming
last
out.
year.
We're gonna
Why would you
have
not do it this year, or why would you
Black
not?
Ops 3
A lot of
DLC
rumors
5
are,
in Modern
yeah,
Warfare,
going
or
on.
like
There's
the
been
new.
rumors that Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 are
Yeah.
being remastered
They're
this
always-
year.
I
and
don't
next
think they
year.
will
Like
do
that.
2 games, but I hope it's Modern Warfare 2 this time.
Well, no, it'd be Modern Warfare 2 this year, and then next year,
Oh, yeah,
2018, it'll be, well, I don't think they'll
And-
need it, but probably the year after that, after
Oh,
Treyarch's year.
And also, like, okay, I just forgot my my train of thought
Nero
there.
just donated 3 and asked, "Does the first person of the 4 people have Al's hat?" Now, I don't really understand that question, but I'm not sure.
Al's wearing it in Mob of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Al's
remember the
wearing
Walking
it in Mob
Spoon?
of the Dead. And we see it in Revelation, so it has some type of significance.
Wait, I
Of
think I know
course,
what he's
of course.
talking about. Sets. Hold on, I'll post this in the chat. I think he's talking about the loading screen and the. I wonder if he's wondering if that's out, if that character is wearing Al's hat just because of the shape potentially. I'm not sure
Oh,
if
that,
that's-
yeah.
Okay.
Well, it could be the boxer's hat, too. He wears the same hat.
Oh god.
I mean, if you really want to get technical about it,
He's talking about this right here.
the light shot screenshot.
It could
yeah,
be.
the bottom one.
It could be Al's hat. Maybe they're trying to hint us towards that. Yeah, look at the
In
loading screen.
addition, to
Okay.
screw with their heads.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, he's saying yeah.
And yeah, okay, so I heard this. Of course, these are rumors, but like, how would you feel if let's say Sledgehammer or another studio were to remaster Black Ops 3 maps, or
It'd
I
probably
mean,
be,
Treyarch
yeah,
zombie
it'd
maps?
probably be another. They hired another developer
Raven,
to remaster
yeah.
COD 4.
How
Okay.
would you feel? Do you think they will fuck
The
it
same
up?
people
or-
that did Black Ops 3 for PS3 did COD 4, I think, right?
Yeah.
That
Oh god.
explains why I don't like
Dude,
it.
They do a
Okay,
remastered
so
title. This
this-
was decided. The title was decided, well, almost 2 years ago, before they had the poor sales. It's
Mhm.
not something they decided this year.
Yeah.
Which one
Yeah,
of
they
them
had 3 years
reviewed?
to make this.
So yo, this picture I just saw like on your live stream. I'm watching your live stream and there's a delay, so I should be seeing my Discord in real time. So the picture that is just posted, we see the Owl's head. Now this would prove that how we had the Owl's head in Revelation, because they went from Zetsubu to a mob. Richtofen grabbed the Owl's head. They went to Gorod to kill Nicola, and then to Rev, and that's where we had the Owl's head. That's
Possibly.
yeah, right. So that's
That's a
but
good
I
theory,
mean.
yeah.
But it like, to me, it couldn't be simple as that. Knowing Treyarch, they always complicate things, and just my theory here, like, this is so simple, right? So
They
I'm
coulda
doubting
left it
myself here,
there.
but like,
They could have left
Can
it
I-
there just for us
Can
to
I
get
interject for
get
just a second?
talking
You don't have
about
some-
Mob of
y'all
the
got
Dead
some-
and Al's hat. We still don't know what Al's hat affects on Revelations. There's no effects
Yeah,
to it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
Uh,
something cosmetic. So it's just to bring up
Well, no.
conversation. Like, what's this for? Doesn't do anything. Why do we have it here?
I think it's
Treyarch keeps
because
answering to like tweets and comments about DLC 5
Exactly,
in a
and-
form that Lee Ross would.
and Treyarch are someone that would never kind of reply or answer somebody that is specifically asking them about a new zombie map or a DLC. Forget about DLC 5. They wouldn't even answer anything about the first DLC one, right? But this time they are answering, and like, I do not know. Like, it's hard to say, like, but so yeah, Jason Blundell, do you guys remember when he said like Revelation will last us about like 18 months?
18.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
because they promote the next Treyarch Call of Duty in 18 months.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
could be that. Good point. Or it could
So
be.
when did we get Revelations? Wait a minute.
We got it in
September
He
6th,
said it-
I guess.
He said the
September.
life cycle of Revelations was 18 months.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
when did we
yeah.
get
no.
Revelations?
Fucking 18 months, my dick.
When did
Yeah,
we get
that's
how long
Revelations?
my
Though? It
dick
was in
is.
September. So think about it. 12. Maybe we're seeing it in the next year. They said 18 months. Maybe that's the date.
Yeah,
that they're
that's-
gonna
that's
drop
a year
DLC
from now,
5.
I'm a believer of DLC 5. Call me crazy. I'm a believer of DLC 5. 18 months life cycle of Revelation, dude. The map was done in like 2 weeks. As soon as the Easter egg was figured out, it dropped like a friggin' rock. No, like you've seen that on Google Trends or whatnot, but like, yeah, I'm a believer of DLC 5. I'm a believer. That's it.
Conan says we do know what.
155%.
And
I think
I've seen the things. I've
No
seen the
fucking
things.
DLC. You've been misled. Y'all
Hang on,
fucking
hang on, hang
wrong.
on. Let's
Be
keep the
remastered.
conversation
I
going.
can't wait
Conan
for
in
Crash
chat.
Star to laugh in my face.
Listen,
Come on.
Conan in chat is talking about Al's hat, and he's talking about it must be used in specific characters, specific time trial weapons on specific locations of each island. Does anybody have a clue about that?
I have never heard anything about that.
All right, that if you do have that, bro, then send a video. We're gonna make you famous. But
Yeah,
No.
please.
Yeah.
more to come on Revelations. No, I don't think the Revelations is gonna be anything.
Or
No DLC
okay,
5 for you.
so let's say we don't know nothing about the Owl's Hat that is in Revelation, right? What if that has to do something with the 18 months longevity? Do you guys think? Because it's just a head.
Yeah.
It's just a head. But
They
I
they
honestly
think
do
you
not.
think they're gonna have us speculating about a hat for 18 months?
We're not gonna look for it.
No,
No.
no.
Nah,
that's
I'm done.
Yeah.
It's over. That's
So
Ghost
you-
and Skulls
That's the
2.0,
That's the point I
3.0.
want to make. That's the point I want to make. So
They
everyone.
said we found everything, so what the fuck? Obviously, there's nothing else hiding. If they say
So
we
18
found
months?
everything,
Really?
What about
Really,
the
Black
unsolvable Easter egg? Did we find that?
do we
No,
what?
forget
Jason
about the
Blundell.
Easter eggs that we
I'm a
found, we
believer.
didn't find. That's
Oh.
speculation. This is about DLC 5 and the facts. The facts. The facts are we do have something pointing towards DLC 5. Yes, there's a couple of people who are swaying us in that point, but I want to know about you guys and your thoughts on this and your real thoughts on this. In the chat,
okay, explain
everybody's
the
saying
private.
that they think that it will happen, but they don't think that it will happen anytime within the lifespan of Infinity Ward's new game. So that is where they're standing right now. If you guys want to leave it in comments on the video, definitely let us know your opinions about this topic. We did go through a lot of facts, and there are only facts here. There's facts pointing towards speculation. There's nothing solid, and nobody with enough credibility can solidly say that there is a DLC 5 absolutely coming. That's where we can leave this off at, because we've gone through everything and everybody has an opinion about Al's hat, but I want to get off topic. This is about the DLC 5 and what we have so far to involve people in the discussion. And Luna, you had some great points. Crash had some great points, and Skizzle has some great points. But what it is all speculation and opinions right now. We do have facts. If
It's all
somebody's
hearsay.
able to come forward with proof, kudos to you. Kudos to you. But like Crash said earlier, if somebody has information, they're going to want to keep on the hush-hush about it, or be told to keep on the hush-hush about it, or else they might not get any more information anymore. Or they might get legally in trouble for maybe they have a confidentiality agreement. Who knows? But
Yeah.
the point is, DLC 5 is an actual thing in everybody's mind. And we just want to know if it's real or if it's just a wild goose chase that we're all speculating. They do make some good points that in the chat that they're saying that we have PC. Everybody should be happy with that. Take your Revelations cutscene and deal with it. You're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't think it was going to come out, but this is the topic. Everybody wanted us to discuss this, and I wanted to pull some people in here who actually have some knowledge on this, who can actually make some valid points to and for it. Like, I don't think it's going to happen within Infinite Warfare, but even I'm starting to become a little bit skeptical on whether this could be something that Treyarch drops just to solely capitalize on the downfall of Infinite Warfare. Because that's really what it would be capitalizing on. It wouldn't be capitalizing on us. The consumers right here. Money right here. That's the biggest priority to them. So they see them losing money. They're going to take advantage of that, recoup on the loss of their sales, and then boost up their own game and reputation. Save the zombie community. Treyarch, please. But I really think that there would be a DLC 5, just not until Infinite Warfare is done. That would be shooting yourself in the foot and completely killing a game that's only been given a little bit of breath. It is still fresh to us. Like Luna, how do you feel about Infinite Warfare compared to Treyarch?
Compared to Treyarch,
How do you feel transitioning
think
from
it really
Black
is.
Ops 3 to Infinite Warfare?
it was a comfortable transition. Honestly, I mean, they did take Treyarch's zombies. What is it? The system. They used it.
They used it, but that's the system we're used to, so that's okay.
Yeah.
You know,
They improved on it a little bit. Like in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 zombies, the zombies kind of have this huge hitbox that you kind of can't squeeze through them sometimes, and it gets you killed on some stupid shit. And in Infinite Warfare, you can just slickety slide right through them motherfuckers.
okay, yeah, they made a couple improvements, but so far everybody's not really. Who I've spoken to said that they're not. It just doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right.
It's underestimated, I honestly think, man.
So it's been given a little life, and it's been under a lot of criticism since the day the trailer's been coming out. So I feel like a lot of people haven't been giving it a chance. I didn't give it a chance in the beginning, especially not with Spaceland. Rave, they sold me on it. And as I played Rave to hunt, I started to enjoy the game. Maybe that has something to do with the developers from Treyarch helping them make this map. Who knows? But I even enjoy the game now. And it's only got a little bit of life. Maybe they'll see what happens. Maybe we'll know
Lee Ross's
more
connection to
answers.
the community.
Maybe we'll know by the next DLC. We only have a month. Let's see how the next DLC does. Let's see the reactions. Let's pay attention to the market. Let's see what's going on with the interest. Is everybody going to still be captivated by this? Because then that would give us more reason to believe that DLC 5 is coming sooner because they just keep going lower and lower. If it's not a success, I could see DLC 5 coming.
I want to make this point now. Okay, so the thing is, like, I honestly feel like if this is a troll, then we're gonna get an answer. If this is not a troll, then we're gonna get DLC 5. But I feel like after
What up, Ninja?
DLC 3 or 2, like some people are claiming, between DLC 2 and 3, we're gonna get DLC 5. I don't see that happening. I see it happening around DLC 3 and 4, so that time they could like hype up the next Call of Duty and keep people coming back to Call of Duty to play their game. I could see it happening between DLC 3 and DLC 4 of Infinite Warfare, and also if this is a troll, they wouldn't solve this as we speak, because if this is a troll and we're hyping up, they are like, oh, that's a free marketing for our game. Let's make people get even more excited about DLC 5, and then we can sell them more games, and
Let's
then
get them excited for DLC 5, not give it to them, and just say, hey, we got a new game.
I mean, like,
That wouldn't make sense to me.
No. Like, what I'm trying to say here is
Let's
that
build the
either
hype
this is
up,
a
give them what
troll-
they want, capitalize on the money, and now we have more time to stretch out our game.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, either this is a troll or we're gonna get DLC 5. If it's a troll and they're not giving us answers, then they wouldn't give us answers. As
If this is
we
the
speak.
troll, this is the best troll of 2017. Y'all got duped. Sorry, you
Maybe
went out and
maybe
bought
they're
new
gonna fucking
controllers.
do an April Fools. Just wait.
Right? They
No,
are
I don't
saying
think-
May
I
or
don't think-
April.
Maybe a
So what if this is a
leprechaun
big
pulled it out of
April
his
Fool's
ass.
joke?
Come on. Come on. Seriously.
No, if this is a
St.
troll,
Patty's
then
Day.
they wanna make sure that they keep the hype going, and then they troll us freaking hard, or we're gonna get DLC 5. But the thing is, we're gonna be like, everyone will be mad at Treyarch. So like, and I know they know this. So
Yeah, I
like,
don't think
I'm
it'll
a
be a
DLC 5
troll. That's
believer.
why the company's
I'm a
not
DLC 5
making a public statement. The company themselves can't say yes or no because nobody can get mad at them at the end of the day. They'll let you speculate. They'll let you talk about it all they want because any publicity is good publicity for them. But they're not going to give any definitive answers to give away their marketing strategies
Exactly.
or anything like that to possibly hurt the market. These are all strategic moves too. You got to think about it. When they drop video games, this is a strategic move when other games, a release date is crucial. You got to think about what's coming out, what's just came out, what everybody's playing at the moment. Is everybody more focused on this? Are they dug into this game? because that wouldn't help your release date. So DLC coming in the middle of IW, that would make complete sense. That's why I agree. I believe it if that's their marketing strategy, because they're gonna make money, boys. They're gonna make money, because that would make sense. Release date during that, because that's failing. Nobody's interested. That makes sense. So from a business standpoint, it makes sense. We just know we've been let down by people who bring up these theories before. DLC 5 has been in question for months now, and now we finally covered the topic. Everybody asked us to do the podcast. We finally covered the topic. If I'm able to get more people to shed some light on this, we will do another podcast.
Somebody in your
Definitely.
chat just said as soon as COD is going to die, they'll revive it with DLC 5.
It could be. It could be.
It's already dying though.
Yeah.
Can I point out something very important? This sounds silly, but a bad rap. It's not Infinity Ward's fault that Infinite Warfare is so awful.
Mm-hmm.
Activision is the decline started when Activision fired the two senior employees of Infinite Warfare, the makers of COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, Jason West and Vince Zampella, the people that stimulated this whole company to create arguably two of the best. The start of the hype when Call of Duty was at its greatest. COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, and then you had lawsuits left and right. A group of Infinite Warfare, a group of Infinity Ward employees joined together and sued Activision. It was just, it was not a pleasant work environment, and it's not conducive to artistic creation. They destroyed something.
Nobody's to blame. Some people.
No, I just don't think it's Infinite. I don't think it's Infinity Ward's fault.
I don't think it's Infinity Ward's fault, because even when I saw the trailer, like when Advanced Warfare came out, I didn't like boost jumping. I didn't like it, but I didn't have a personal opinion about it. When the trailer came out, I think what drove them to be self-conscious about the game, which also affected the game, was all the dislikes, and everybody automatically, oh, these are the people that made Ghost? Psh, nope, not doing it. I think Ghost really screwed them over. It was a try, and they failed. They tried, and they failed, and we all get back up, and we try again. I'm liking this better than Ghost. I like this. Some people arguably say that they like the Alien Extinction, and they like the direction that they were going in. I personally didn't. I bought that new COD saying, "Where's zombies?" I didn't buy it for multiplayer. I didn't buy it for that. I bought it because it's a new Call of Duty, and I want to play new zombies, new maps, I want everything new. So when I saw the Extinction, I wasn't turned on to it. But they were successful with that towards some degree, towards the zombie community getting a fresh thing. I could see it in that light. But it is what it is. DLC 5 is in the making, I guess.
COD Ghosts.
COD Ghosts wasn't really that good of a game.
There's a crash that I love.
But
COD
they
Ghosts,
failed at
honestly.
that, and now they're coming back with something more likable. I can see this has more success than COD Ghosts, to be honest. I think that this is
definitely.
this is being a lot better. So they improved. You got to look at the improvement. And the next game Infinity Ward makes will probably be even better. They're going to learn from their mistakes. They're going to take the opinion of the community, hopefully, and really put together something, a quality product that they're going to be very proud of, and take this zombie into the next generation. I've been playing COD for almost 9 years now. It's almost 9 years since we got a COD, or the first COD came out. It's 8-9 years now. Like, I love it. They have a big community to satisfy. This, unfortunately, was a downfall in them. And hopefully Treyarch will come back and save zombies for now. Because it's not up to just Treyarch. It's up to Sledgehammer to keep it going, Infinity Ward, and Treyarch. Year by year, every time they release a game, they're gonna pass the torch and keep the zombie community alive. So it's up to all of them. That's why I can understand Treyarch helping Infinity Ward and them lending a hand to each other, because all in all, it's all Activision. It's all up to one company to tell them, make us money, we'll keep putting out your game.
Let's bring up the image I put in Discord I just made for you. Trust me.
Subscribe today, NInjaNation Gaming. Guys, listen, it's been an awesome podcast. I want to thank Lunatic for jumping on here, Crash Power, Skizzle, and XPL Jesus. Don't forget to check out my buddy Skizzle Axe YouTube channel. Go check him out. They're all in the description. Go check out Crash Power, Skizzle, and Lunatic. XPL will be in here. I'm not sure if he uploads to his channel, but definitely check him out too. Appreciate all you guys for coming on the podcast. It's been a very in-depth discussion, and I enjoy these things. If you guys want to hear any different topics, you know what to do. Leave it in the comments below. Shout out to everybody who partook in this conversation. Anybody who has theories, anybody who wants to talk about it. We might do a part 2 on this. I want to talk to some people, see if we can get them in here. We'll see. But I appreciate all you guys for coming in. I'm going to jump out this Discord, say goodbye to everybody. And I'll be back in this Discord to talk to you guys after I end the stream. But let me just cut this off for now. I think we cleared.
Gotcha.
Covered a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
I'll be back. Guys, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Love all you ninjas to death. This is just to open the discussion. Really try to stimulate your minds and try to see what makes the most sense. If anybody has information, I would love for you guys to reach out. Don't give us a hint. If you can't say nothing, you can't say nothing. Just give us a nudge in whatever direction we should be leaning towards. Just say, hey, I'm a believer, or something like that. And if that's a credible source, I'll come to you guys with it, and I will confirm it, and hopefully they don't make me look like an idiot. I'm not a full-fledged believer, but I'm starting to sway and leaning towards it would be making a smart business decision. But appreciate all the mods chilling in here. Shout outs to all the ninjas. You already know it's your favorite ninja. I will be back to do like some Easter eggs in a little bit. I'm going to try and contact some of my sponsors, see what's up with them, because I want to give them priority. I've been busy with the hunt. And then if you guys want to hang out and play, we'll be playing some zombies. We might play some Black Ops 3. We might play some Rave. Whatever you guys want to do. But you already know it's your favorite ninja, Sets BK1. And if I'm not your favorite YouTuber, I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. Peace out, guys.
NInjaNation, I fucking love you!